Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Margaret, and this channel is about tips and tricks and tools that I'm going to give you to build serious wealth, to build your business and to create wealth for yourself. As I said in the past, I am an educator for almost 30 years, and I'm in the process of transition from this permanent job into an online business. For that, I need some tools. So I'm doing the research, and every time when I stumble across something, then I will bring it to you and share it with my audience, and so that we can all move from the one job or season in your life to another one. So let us start this video. Before I start this video, please like and subscribe this video, and please press the notification button so that you know when I'm going to upload a new video. So this video is about how to start generational wealth. I'm here on this channel. We are serious about money. So building wealth, we must be serious even about building wealth. This is things that I am thinking for a very long time. How will I build wealth? What is my legacy that I will leave for my children and my family? I don't come from a rich family, but I intend that a rich family must come from me. So 100 years from now, when I'm no longer here with you guys, that I want my grandchildren and my great-grandchildren to know that my grandmother or my great-grandmother built this wealth. So I'm busy in that process of building it, and I'm going to document it and every time share it with you. So the question is, what is generational wealth? Generational wealth is not always just like money, the paper money that we are using. It is wealth that you are building in with the intention to pass it on from generation to generation. It means you mustn't spend all the paper or the money in this one lifetime. The things that I generated now thus far, I mustn't spend it up and use it up and just have a great time. Because I need to build a legacy, I need to build wealth, and I'm starting with that phase of building wealth. This is not an overnight dream or a pipe dream, but this is a reality. In order for me to build that wealth for generation, I must include even my children, my husband. So this is the structure, the plan that we are going to follow in order to build that wealth. So my answer on what is generational wealth, it is wealth that you will pass on from generation to generation to generation. So you must educate this generation that you have now with you, so that they can know this is not a wealth that I'm going to build it, you're going to just squander or give away. You must take ownership and be serious about building the wealth. It's just like you're building up. You can't just break it down in one day. Good. The second point that I want to talk about, it is the cornerstones. What method are you going to use, and how are you going to build this wealth, and what are you going to do with this, your idea of building wealth, if you want to build wealth. Some of us that start with this wealth, building the wealth, in the sense that you have some things in place, already things in place. You just can seriously build on that in order for you to reach your goal or to start with this building wealth. Because the rich people in this world are people, some of the rich people in this world are people who've built their wealth from generation to generation. That is why they are born into a rich family, because their grandmothers and grandfathers and great-grandfathers started to build this wealth in the 1980s. If you take a brand like a family, one of the richest families in the world is a Rockefeller family. Those are families coming from this 1800s building this wealth, because most of those people that are born in that family, they are born rich because there are things in place for them to be rich. So I'm from South Africa, and I don't come from a rich family, but I intend that the rich family will come from my legacy. So that is a very good thing that I put out there for myself. So first that you must do, if you want to start with this building wealth journey, it is one, you need to make smart investments. It means you must be smart with your money. You must invest your money in stock market. So if you start today and you want to build this, you need to understand you cannot just spend the way that you used to spend, because you need to build more something for yours for generations to come. So you need to go educate yourself on the stock market and start to invest smartly into monies. What you're going to invest in, so that this investment can grow and you can have money. You can have stocks and you can have money for generations to come. For instance, one of the companies in South Africa that I've started to invest in, very small, is an Old Mutual. Or there's another company that's also growing in you know what I'm saying. It is a ShopRite brand that you can also invest money. There's a lot of things that you have to educate yourself when you go into the journey of investment. Just don't put your money there in a place that that is like a bottomless pit, or there is a quick rich scheme. When you're talking about when I'm talking about investment in the stock market with the idea for generational wealth, you mustn't target like a quick rich scheme. I'm going to invest 100,000 rand or $10,000 in the stock market, so I will have my return quickly. This must be an ongoing thing that you must build this thing up for over time, and so that it can be sustainable, and you can get your dividends from it. So my advice is, if you're doing your homework with stock market investing, don't go for that pyramid overnight quick scheme thing, because you want to build most of the generational thing that you intend to build. The second pointer that I want to say, it is that you need to invest in your family. By investing in your family, I just had 2 pointers out there that you must know that you want to invest. You must start to educate your family. It means that your children, whoever you are in this family that you want to target, is well, maybe you have cousins or sisters and brothers, uncles and aunties, your extended family. You must make sure that you educate them on give them some financial education. It means that you personally must start to read financial books, start to read how money works, where does money come from, how you can generate money, and how money is going to circulate in the world. For instance, I am very fascinated of how the richest people make their wealth. And what I've learned, the richest person currently in the world is Jeff Bezos, and it's not generational wealth that is coming from. It's wealth that he started to build up now in his lifetime. So it means that he will accumulate wealth, and that wealth will go on from his generation to his generation, and most of the people in his family will be obviously rich because he's starting to build that wealth. Just like the second richest person, Bill Gates, as people that they generated that wealth in this lifetime. So obviously, if they don't lose their wealth will go on from generation to generation. So all of us can start at least with something, start somewhere. Not to spend all the money in your lifetime. So before I'm dead, I'm going to spend everything that I have and whatever I'm going to do. Good. So then you must also, when you invest in your family, make sure your family got skills. Go with the skills that is currently needed now, because most of the children are more tech savvy. So yeah, if your children are growing up, then you can start letting them invest in courses and skills so they can know how to use this technology that is currently that we are using now. In my country, we're talking about the industrial revolution. Everything is going to the machines now, and there's no manual labor required anymore. So if you can invest in your family, education in your family, so they can become more skillful. You at least know when you are starting to require this accumulate this money or generate this money, and you will hand it over to a generation that will be educated and be skillful. So they will have knowledge about money, and they won't just squander the money or just use the money, because some documents and stories that I've read is that people and children who get money from, or inherit money, they are using that money very quickly up than somebody who have worked for the money and who have earned for the money. So if I want my family to inherit money, then I must know, in order that I know that they're not going to lose this money or misuse this money, I need to start to educate themselves, and they must have skills in order to manage the money. Of course, that is also important. It's not about having money and spending it. You must manage the money, you must grow the money, and you must also keep the money. You must keep it in the family. So that is my second point now, the cornerstones, how you gonna build as well. The third one is that you must, that I'm currently starting, is to build a family business. In this business is only myself. If I want to extend this business, then I'm gonna just have my two sons in this business. It's gonna be a family-based business. So this money must just be around myself and my two children, and then coming their children, and they're still young, they're not married, and going into that lineage of my family. So if I bring them in and start to educate, I'm busy with my elder son, educate themselves, making sure I'm starting to impart in my younger son more about finance. He's 8 years old. I'm starting to teach him about money, and you must start to watch videos about money, how you can save money, what is the work, what is the things that you can use money for. And I started teaching him about what is an asset and what is a liability. Currently, he's using money like a liability. He's just giving it out. He just wants to spend things. But it's not too early for him to learn. It's not too early. He can start learning about money, how to save money, and what things that you must spend the money. Because I'm trying to teach him, you must try to spend money on things that at least can last for a time. It's difficult for him to grasp that concepts, but it's things that I'm starting to into his subconscious mind. So the point is that you must try to build. What I'm doing, I'm building a business around my family. You must have a family business. You have to. This is a small business. I intend to grow this business. So if I have a lot of people, and then the money is going to go out. Then the fourth point for you to start your cornerstone to build as well, that you can start building, it is in the real estate. It's to invest in real estate. It means if I have this property, I can acquire a second property, and then I can start to rent out a property in order to make money with the property, and maybe later to sell these properties for the highest bidder. Like in the world of entertainment, most of the celebrities they invest in real estate. They're buying these houses and they're selling these houses, and then they make a profit, and they take that money, they invest that money. That is how they build up their portfolio. That's how they're starting to create this type of wealth. Right? They keep the property maybe for 5 years or 7 years, and then they sell the property. And they take that profit and they do something with the profit, and that is how you can start to invest in the real estate. They said real estate is a good market to invest in, so you can try that out if you have some extra money, but that takes time. All those pointers I'm giving you are things that you can get. It's not an overnight thing. Nothing here is overnight. Nothing is microwave. You can't have that unless you play the jackpot and get all and win that millions of rands, and then you are rich. But this is not for those type of fly-by-night people who want to get rich. This is not for that. It is a channel that I'm transitioning from the one to the other one, and it will take some time. Everything takes some time. All the good things will take some time. Then another point that I want to give you, it is that you must create passive income. So my YouTube channel, I'm in a stage where I'm going to be serious, starting to grow this channel. I have some other things I'm busy growing, starting to grow this channel and invest in this channel, because if this channel is growing and I've made the money that I must make, that money will be classified as passive income. So I can make a lot of videos, and if I promote these videos and do well on YouTube, then I can have money that will just come in. It's a income stream. It will be passive. Another thing that is also can be a passive income. It is when I make a lot of start with online courses. I am an educator for 30 years. I intend to develop some online courses. I'm also busy in the process, and all the things I'm busy with, this is things that is not going to start overnight. The one thing that I want to bring across is that the things that I'm doing, or things that I'm telling you to do, is things that you must know. It takes time. If you are in a hurry for things, and things must do overnight, there are channels that give overnight solutions. You can make a $1,000 a day of $2,000 an hour. There are such channels, and you can go back to that type of channels. But this is not a channel for the overnight. I've spent a lot of years in one job. I know what it is to be patient. I know what it is to build something, and I'm busy building this brand, and it will take a little bit of time. I know time is not something for everybody, but you need to, in this lifetime that I'm living, you need to be patient, and all good things will come your way. For those who wait, you don't have to wait forever, but you must have a vision, and you must have a goal, and you must know where you want to go. Then that is why you're going to wait for your harvest. There's only two pointers to give you there in passive, and there's a lot of ways that you can make passive income, but this video is not about passive income. This video is about how to build the generational wealth, and I'm giving you cornerstones, pointers how you can start to build your wealth. And on these pointers, some of us have already some seeds in the ground with this wealth. If you just arrange your plans and know, okay, this is my goal, I wanted to do this for my children, for my grandchildren, for my grandchildren, because I want to build the wealth. Then you must learn to, another point that you must do, you must protect your assets. If you invest in the stock market, if you invest in real estate or in a family business, you must educate yourself how to protect those assets. You don't want somebody just to take your stuff from them because you've made some bad decisions, or you go through a situation that something's happening in your family, or you are going through the divorce, and then you're separated, and then the assets must go. You need to educate yourself around your assets. You need to do that. Do it for yourself. Get yourself a good lawyer or something. You know, when you go into this business, get some tight documentation drawn up around your business, that nobody can come in and just own the business or get half of your business or something that you're doing. You must understand that you are going to start to build this wealth. So you need to be serious. You need this wealth to stay in this family. You need everything that you are building now must stay when you are no longer here. It must still be here. Your family and your children must still have benefit from the things from your hard work that you are doing. So then another point that you must do, it is you must make, please, whatever country that you are living in, make sure that you pay your taxes. You don't want the government to come and take your property. Don't do that. Make sure that you do that. You don't want to be having letters here and all the people are coming here after your wealth that you just built. Make sure that you give the peace to the government where you are staying. And this is something that I want to advocate to people. Please, if you're working with money, please go register your business. Make sure that the government, whether is getting something, it is going to be a fraction of the things that you are making. And you are going to be much more happier if you give that percentage to them. So here in South Africa, whether the money is going, I don't worry to who the money is going. I'm working for 30 years, so I'm paying my taxes for a very long time. So paying taxes, I'm used to doing that. I don't run away from paying taxes, because in my opinion is that by doing that, by doing my part, I help other people. I don't physically see what the government is doing with it. That is not my area. It's their area. So when I'm even my business, I'm paying the taxes even on this business. So I'm just doing it, and I'm so happy to do that, because with that in mind, I also help other people. Whatever the government is doing with that money, it's not mine. It's not mine. I don't get myself in that thing. I just do my part. I'm happy to have a job. I'm also happy to start building a business. So the other people doesn't have that opportunities and privileges to do what I'm doing, and sitting here and telling you or giving you advice what to do. Other people doesn't have the privileges. We're living in a pandemic and people are losing their lives, but we are still in a position that we still can do something. You can learn from me, I can learn from you, and this is how it's going to be. Then your third pointer, it is going to, you must know, before you start with this journey, you must know how and to who that you want to pass on you this well. You must get a will, so you must have beneficiaries. You can't start something and you didn't put those things into place. You must know to who this business must go. You must know where do you want this business to be. So if you know that you want before, but I have my two children, my two sons. I want my business to go to my two sons, but I also want this business to stay in this family. So you must make sure that you put that everything in writing and meaning, so that they cannot, somebody can't get married to a son of mine or make a claim on this business that it's started this business with me, one half of the business when I'm not. I must put everything in writing. I must put in writing if I'm going to donate some procedures to the unfortunate people. Must have a portion. I'm gonna give this portion to my children. It must be, but that must be assets. It cannot be sold. It must go into a trust fund. Do I want my grandchildren to draw from the trust fund from a certain age, or do I want my children to just inherit the business and just do whatever they want to do with the business? That one I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna let them inherit this business that I'm trying to build up, and they must just do what I want to do. That part is not going to go into that. That part is not in the document. It's not there. So what I'm doing, advice I did in my case. I wanted both of my children. My firstborn is so busy. They must start their businesses now. While I'm still here, while God is going to give me the grace just to start to be on earth. But I can see how they start a business and I will assist them and how to grow their businesses. So that, as I said, one of the points was I must give them skills. I'm investing them and trying to give them skills and education. I'm busy doing that with the 1-8-year-old child. The eldest one is almost 30 years old. He's already working, but we are working together. He's also going to also starting his online business. So they will know. It's not about inheriting money, getting the business from mommy. You must start doing your own thing now, so you can know when you get it and you know, and you already built up your brain. You're not going to waste this thing. You are seeing what I'm going, how hard I work. I'm having this one job already working very hard. I'm going to the other one already, also having a work ethic. It's important that you even have this work ethic amongst your children, that they can see that this is the thing that you are building and this is where you're going. So they must impart it or transfer that to their children and their children and their children's children, so that nobody can come into this family when I'm no longer here and just to come in and inherit money and fly by night. They must know. I told my children, you must give the story that my grandmother or your great-grandmother started this business. So that you can know that you can't just take this money and just grow up as a rich kid and just do it. This is not my idea of creating wealth. So you must be, when you do drawing up these things, you must be clear what you want to do. Maybe they must get their money if they're years from now, your great-grandchildren must have certain age, then they can get their trust fund money. They must do certain things. I saw a lot of movies that people wrote these things. You must do certain things. Some of them must even be married. They must start having their own jobs before they can get their trust fund money. So you must put those clauses in. And just not to spite or to be funny. Just to, the idea is for you must to build this wealth, to have this wealth in your generation, from generation to generation. So you do it by the first generation, your children, or if you have grandchildren, your grandchildren now, then they will know and they will understand. This is something that we have to build. We have to grow this business. We have to go on. We can expand the business, but these things must be in our business, in our generation. A very good example is currently one of the most popular families that is building well. It is the Kardashian brand, the Kardashian Jenner brand. Those people, they are social media queens, but this is a generational business that they are building. Their mother is a 60-odd-year-old woman who's starting to build around this business with her 6 children, and she did a very good job. And I think she's not gonna sit and fold her arms and see that they waste everything that she put in. I think her voice will be even there by the grandchildren, and she is there maybe by those that are still coming. Because I think, and that is the things that I normally look out for families. That you must know, this generation that you are in, you work hard, train them, educate them, give them skills. So they must know, they must go to the other generations, train them, give them skills, give them education, that they know how money works and what you can use and what you can spend on. So this money just stay there. So that monies of the Kardashian and the Jenner, whatever brand, it's going to stay in that brand. They don't allow other people to get into that. You can be friends with them there. You can be their friend, but not here in this circle. This is just one idea or example that I'm giving. But if you like this video, if you enjoyed this video, please press the subscription button and also the like button, and please press the notification button, so when I upload the video, you can be the first to know. Please help this channel to grow. I will get to a point where I will start to promote this channel. I'm still on that upward phase. So bye for now. Bye. See you in the next video.